towards my screen here. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll share my screen with you. You'll get to see Mr. Ross as a funny cartoon. Are you guys seeing the PowerPoint? You're seeing goofy Mr. Ross there saying welcome back, Cubs? Are you able to see my video at all?
No.
Not at all?
Yeah, we can see the R that says Ryan Ross, but we can't see your face or anything.
Oh, weird. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. But this is called a PowerPoint. If you guys don't know already, I'll kind of sketch it out. So it's just a bunch of slides and things. If you don't know what PowerPoint is. But this is kind of the expected, or what you should expect each class period, at least from me. Maybe other teachers might do PowerPoints too, but I'll have some kind of intro, some welcome. There's some pretty fun ones of me like riding a dinosaur and like climbing a tree and stuff like that. So each day you'll see a kind of funny picture of me. I'll then, as a reminder, guys, I don't know if Ms. Kangas mentioned this or not, but make sure that your mics are muted if we're not talking, right? Do you guys know how to do that?
Yep.
Okay. And it's not that I don't like hearing your guys' beautiful voices. It's more just for the video, it makes the audio make it, it kind of messes it up, right? Gets it all jumbled together. So I'll let you know when you can come off mute and start talking, because I want to hear your guys' voice. But this is the daily agenda. I'll have this set up for every single class. You'll see your classwork, like what we're doing for the day, the target that we're trying to reach, and then homework. Okay. I'll also have a slide at the very end of class where it's all homework, and it's just this repeated again in a full screen model so that you have an idea of what to do if there is something due. Today, there isn't any homework, so don't stress out. We're just getting to know each other, right? So let's go over today. Classwork, have a positive attitude and be ready to start an amazing school year. I would say check on that already. You guys have been awesome so far, and I'm super excited to have you here. For our target is to become familiar with Mr. Ross, that's me, and learn about the 4th grade expectations for online at least, kind of a basic review of what you can expect online. Homework, you want to talk about this at the end of class. There's nothing paper and pencil or things you need to submit, but it's just making sure that you are logged into Class Dojo and that your parents are too, your guardians. And then you should have received a link for Khan Academy. That is a site that we plan on using fairly frequently in math for some online assignments or videos to watch or fun activities. So if you see something for that, that's coming from me, and make sure you accept it, okay? And then the last thing is just spend time getting familiar with teams, which you guys are doing by going meeting to meeting, right? So far, any questions? You can come off mute if you have something. If not, just shake your head. I can see you. Ready to go? Okay, let's go to the next slide. So, this is Meet the Teacher. You get to meet mean old Mr. Ross right now. Okay. My birthday is May 25th. Raise your hand if you have a May birthday. Michael does? Michael, when's your birthday? You can come off mute.
May 29th.
Ooh, wow, we're pretty close. We'll be celebrating together at the end of the year. Sound good? The baseball is because I played baseball growing up. I even played it in college. There's a picture of me playing just a few years ago. There's an exact replica of me because, as you can see, I wear glasses and have blonde hair. But that's just a math teacher. Kind of tell you, obviously, you know I'm a math teacher. And this angry-looking cat is my college mascot, Linfield Wildcats. Like I said, a picture of me playing baseball. This is a picture of me and my girlfriend and our dog, Lucy. Lucy is a golden retriever, and she's the cutest and sweetest thing you'll ever meet. So I'll try to maybe bring in some funny videos of her goofing around or playing fetch and show that to you. Okay, any guesses who this is? Yeah, come off mute if you know.
Your son?
It is not my son.
You! Is it you when you were younger?
It is me in 4th grade, just like you. How fun is that? Wearing my basketball tank top, probably all sweaty from recess. And then this is a picture of me and my 2 parents. And they're kind of small, so I'll post bigger pictures or something later on. A few of my favorites, I'll share mine and then keep track as we go through it and see if any of my favorites are your favorites. And we'll see kind of where we are the same and different, okay? So my favorite food, pizza, of course. Who doesn't love pizza? I could eat pizza every meal of every day if I allowed myself, but then I'd be about 1,500 pounds. For movie, The Sandlot, if you know what that is, and then Cars from the Pixar movie. So those are 2 of my favorite interests, are baseball, which is what Sandlot's about, and then racing or cars, which is obviously what Cars is about if you've seen it. Favorite sports, I love baseball, Formula One racing, which are super fast cars that look like this red car here that drives super fast. So I pay attention to that. And then football. So with baseball and football, I'm a Seattle kind of guy. Seattle Mariners, Seattle Seahawks. That's who I root for. Favorite book, I love Harry Potter. I reread the whole series this summer, flew through all 7 books, and loved every minute of it. Music genre, I love classic rock. So if you know like the Beatles, some of those kinds of bands, that's me right there. Hobby, can you guys hear me well? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, good. Hobby, I love camping, as I kind of was talking about at the start. I camped almost every single weekend over the summer, it seemed like. I went to Rimrock Lake, I went to Lake Coeur d'Alene, I went to Mount St. Helens, I went down to Oregon, I was all over. I know. It's a lot of weekends, huh? I play guitar. I do enjoy playing video games and drawing. And then, as you can probably guess, my favorite subject, of course, is math. Okay. So now that you've learned a little bit about me, you guys can come off mute. Tell me, first off, is there anything that we're similar on? Who wants to go first? Does anyone see anything similar?
I like to draw.
You do? What do you like to draw?
I don't know. I just draw kind of abstract.
Abstract. So you just kind of come up with it as you go? Michael, go for it. Thanks for raising your hand, bud. We'll talk about that later, too. Good job.
The Sandlot.
The Sandlot? Is that one of your favorites? Yeah, that's a good one. That's one of those movies that you can watch it over and over again and never get tired of it. It's a good one. Eileen or Katie, do you see anything that you are the same on? And if not, then what's your answer to one of these questions? Eileen, go for it.
I like drawing.
You? What do you like drawing?
Like I come up with stuff.
So just kind of make it up as you go?
Yeah.
Just kind of abstract shapes and things, or do you like to draw animals that you come up with, or people, or anything like that?
Like animals.
Cool. Awesome. And Katie, what about you? Is there anything there that you want to share? Nothing there, Katie? Is there anything different? Like, what's your favorite food? If you had to choose one thing.
Pizza.
Pizza? So we are the same on that. Do you have a favorite kind? Yeah? Is it Hawaiian? Is it pepperoni?
Hawaiian.
Do you like pineapples? Pretty cool. All right. Do you guys have any questions for me? Anything you want to know? Nothing? Okay.
I do.
Who is that? Who said that? Hey,
Yeah.
you have a question or
Is
something
you
you want
like
to know?
a girl or boy?
It's a girl.
Boy.
Yeah, it's a girl. She's a ton of fun. And like I said, I'm going to make sure to bring in some videos or I might even do that today. I'll try to figure out a way to record her as I play fetch with her. And that to you guys. Okay? All right. Anything else before we move on to the last thing we're going to do? Nothing? Okay. Let me, just a second. You guys are going to see all of your smiling faces in just 1 second. You should see each other. Are you all there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's quickly go over, I think Miss Kangas probably went over it too, but as a reminder, this little toolbar here, it might be in a different spot than you see it now, but we have basically the same functions. I think we have differences, very small differences, but this is how you can view who is in it, which isn't, maybe it isn't super important for you guys, but that's how I'll take attendance. Conversation in the chat. Did you guys use the chat in the last class? Yeah. So if I were to say, hey all, what's up? You'd be able to see it, right? So one of the things that our fourth grade teachers will be expecting of you is to use the chat wisely. And what that means is being on topic, on task. So not using the chat to say, hey, you going to the pool party this weekend? Yeah, me too. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's hang out. That's not appropriate for the chat, right? The chat is, Mr. Ross, I have a question. Or let me answer your question in the chat if I say, let's use the chat to answer the question, right? So we want you to use the chat, but we want you to use it for what we're right? And let's be sure to mute ourselves too. Which you can do that with this little microphone here that you see. Microphone mutes and unmutes, which means sound on, sound off. So if you guys could flip the microphone for me, that would be great. And this little video camera here is how you turn your camera off on, right? Other than that, that's kind of the main thing. Michael and Katie, can you turn off your sound for me, please? I'm not sure who it is, but it's kind of leaking in some video. Or some audio, sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's go back to sharing this. Can you see the PowerPoint? Okay. Do you see online expectations on your screen? No? You can? Give me a thumbs up if you can. So online expectations. Basically, what I want to kind of talk about today is just a quick overview of what good online behavior looks like, which already you guys are doing an awesome job. So I don't feel like we're going to have to talk on it too long, but I do want to cover it, right? And this is the last thing we're going to do, by the way. So not too much longer. You'll be able to head on out. But what are some of the online expectations that you had in place last spring or just in video chatting in general? Like, how do you act when you're doing an online meeting? Do you have anything that you bring with you, a paper and pencil? So when you have an idea on what good behavior looks like, come off of mute or type in the chat, and let's talk about it. So what's a good online behavior for video calls?
Good online behavior is not interrupting the chat and not interrupting the teacher.
Good. Yeah, and there will be some times where just because of technology, it'll cut things off and people get interrupted. But our goal is to make those as little of a mistakes as possible, right? To let them affect it very minimally, very small. Michael, good job, Adelina. Michael, I saw your hand. Do you want to share something? And do you mind pulling the video a little bit further away? Because a little close. Better. Did you have something?
No.
No? Okay. Anybody else? Katie, Eileen, Adelina can answer again, or Michael if something comes to mind. All right. Well, the fourth grade teachers have gotten together, and you may have already seen this with Miss Kangas, but these 6 online expectations that we have. First and foremost, get plenty of rest and eat a good breakfast. Okay, that goes for any day, not just for online learning, but getting plenty of sleep and eating a good balanced breakfast is a great way to succeed during the day. So you don't fall asleep in the middle of the day or go hungry. Make sure you're eating food and getting rest. Second thing is be on time. Prepared with materials. You all did a great job showing up on time, so good work. When it comes to being prepared with materials, I'm actually just now sorting through a bunch of little manipulatives and fun things for you to use during lessons. So I will tell you beforehand, hey, make sure you bring your ruler today, or make sure you bring our counting blocks, or things like that. I will tell you that first, and I expect that when we get into class, you have those things ready. Number 3, find a quiet place free of distractions and check your surroundings. Okay, you all are doing a good job of that. Kind of going along with that is making sure that you're muted. I think that's one of the things we'll talk about later. But essentially what number 3 is saying is find a spot that you know that you can focus, that your dog named Lucy like mine isn't jumping on your lap and trying to lick your face and distract you. Our goal is to, as fourth grade teachers, make the live instruction time like this fairly minimal, or at least focused, right? You're not going to be staring at your computer doing live instruction from 8:30 in the morning till 2 or 3 p.m. There's going to be breaks in there, right? So our goal is to only instruct for maybe 20 to 30 minutes, which right now I think you're at about 20 minutes. So to give you an idea, 25 minutes or so. It shouldn't take much longer than that, okay? So we're going to be focused. We're going to be direct. We're going to be on task so that you can get off your computer and do some fun activities, right? So that's important here to make sure that we are focused. Like I said, stay on mute. Use the raise hand button to ask a question or share something. Now you can actually physically raise your hand like Michael's been doing, which is great. Or on your little button toolbar thing, there should be a raise hand button. Katie, do you have a question?
On mine, since I'm using a tablet, it doesn't show a raised hand or a hand.
Okay. And if that's the case, then do what you just did right there, and I'll be sure to look for it. Another thing you can do is type in the chat too, because I'll get a notification there. Just say, I have a question, or Mr. Ross, I need help, or something like that, and I'll be sure to help. All right. Number 5, be respectful always. Listen carefully when others are sharing. That's just a good rule for anything in life, right? Not just online learning. Make sure that we're respectful of others and listen to their opinions and their answers, and respectfully share ours as well. Okay. And then number 6, stay focused and on task. Kind of going back to what I was just saying, we don't plan on spending more than 20 to 30 minutes of this time together. So it's important to stay focused and on track, right? Which so far you guys have been amazing. So really good job. That's it for me. This slide again, like I said, is just a copy and paste of that second slide where it showed homework and classwork and target and all that. But this is what I would hope you would do tonight. It's not assigned, but make sure that you are in Class Dojo, and then check and see if you got a Khan Academy invite. Okay. And then again, spend time getting familiar with Teams, mess around with some things, check your calendar, see how it's going to work for you on your device, right? So I will come back here. So do you see me now? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, great. That's where I'm ending class, but I will stay on if you have any questions at all. I would love to answer them as best I can. Where do you guys go now? You want to tell me? By now, I mean next. You have a little break.
That's true. Let's see.
We keep our prices so affordable.
You know?
The price is $77 for digital access. Like anyone can.
I have another block of here. And then
We can, there's $75.
You have another block?
yeah, with you.
With me?
I should consider.
Do you mean with Mrs. McNett?
This is the first block, but then I